Welcome back to the Kovacs Report for another comic book review. Ultimate Spider-Man number 12, or as I like to call it, Christmas at the Parkers, because essentially that's what this whole issue is. It's Christmas at the Parkers' residence. But there's a twist, of course. So, Marvel Comics, written by Jonathan Hickman with art by the incredibly talented Marco Checchetto. And boy, does he bring this book alive. Honestly, every panel, every page, every stroke is absolute joy. In fact, I think he's turning out to be one of my favourite Spidey artists of all time. I'm going to read everything he does in the future. I'm going to go back and see what he's done in the past because it's a delight. It's an absolute delight. So Ultimate Spider-Man is the pinnacle of Ultimate books right now. All the others, aren't very good. Let's just say that they're not very good at all. I don't care what people say. They're lacking in story. They're embedded with ideology. They're just not fun. They're not good in any way, shape, or form. There's some nice art, but other than that, they're terrible in comparison to Ultimate Spider-Man. But Ultimate Spider-Man on its own is still an incredible book. Now, it has had some criticism for being a slow burn, and boy, is it a slow burn. Peter Parker and Spider-Man are essentially sidelined for a lot of the 12 issues. But I think that adds to it. I think it really, really, really works because I get an in-depth look inside Peter's mind. So when he does step into the suit, I understand what he's sacrificing. I understand the risks. I think it's the best written Spider-Man book on the market right now. So Marvel Office, take note. Take some inspiration from Ultimate Spider-Man and spread it all over Amazing Spider-Man because that book could do it some love. But anyway, we're here to talk about Ultimate Spider-Man. Like I said, beautiful, beautiful art. And it's Christmas. So Ben Parker, J. Jonah Jameson have turned up. Assortment of relatives are there. You've got Aunt Anna. You've got Mary Jane's mother, Mary Jane's sister, Gail. And they're all splitting off into the little soap opera moments because it is a little soap opera. It's like I forgot I was reading and I thought I was watching the TV at one point, which I want to state. That's what Hickman wants you to do. He wants you to forget that there's any danger, any risk, there's anything looming. He wants to give you that false sense of security, right? And then give you that big, big, big punch. So you've got those normal family moments going on. Mary Jane and her mother butt heads. You've got the kids playing computer games on the phone and saying, Gwen Stacy's calling, but mum's too busy preparing the food so she doesn't take the call. You've got her sister and Mary Jane kind of reconciling over some nasty stuff that Gail said to Mary Jane when she got married to Peter. She was quite disparaging about the marriage and thought that she was settling for less than a boring life with Peter. We get those little moments. We get Mary Jane's mother deciding she's going to move in without Anna, without actually asking. We get all sorts of little slice of life moments. We've got Peter's son talking to J. Jonah Jameson. He's read his book and he wants to know a bit more about girls and how to talk to them. Little heartwarming things, little reconciliation that you expect to find in any modern family. Now, there is one thing I've noticed throughout this whole issue is that Peter never speaks. Talk about being sidelined, all right? But there's not one dialogue. Not one little bubble, nothing until the end. But we'll get to that. So again, like I say, these moments are getting split off into little corners of the rooms until finally, Mary Jane has to take the phone call. Now, this is Gwen Stacy, and she is in absolute state. She's up at this, this winter home of Harry's, and Harry is supposed to be there 6 days ago and he hasn't shown up. So she's in a panic and she's asking Mary Jane if she can talk to Peter and find out if Peter knows. But when she taps on Peter's shoulder, we get the first and only speech bubble for Peter in the whole book. And it's Merry Christmas in a black speech bubble. Because guess what? It isn't Peter. It's his Picotech symbiote venom suit masquerading as Peter. But why? It's amazing, right? What a big twist, a big punch. But it's not over. There's one more page. It turns out Peter and Harry have been captured by Ultimate Kraven. They're all rigged up to these, test tubes and things and drips, try and keep them depowered and subdued. So double whammy. Not only is Peter not Peter, but he's been caught by the greatest hunter of them all, Ultimate Kraven. Now listen, again, it is a long way to get there. But all these little family moments really add to it. You really feel like you are part of Peter's family. It's really, really good. Yes, there's no action. There's no swinging through the rooftops, but it really, really drags you down into the nitty gritty of this family and how they're dealing with this weird and wonderful thing. you know? So I'm going to say that this has been one of my favourite issues so far, even though there's no Spider-Man in it. And I think if you give it a chance and you read it as a whole, maybe if you go back and get both the trades when the second trade comes out and read it as a whole, you'll love it as much as I do. But those are my thoughts. Let me know yours, and hopefully we'll catch you in the next one.